everyone, welcome to the Sundos. Today we will be looking at HTML web development, and as you can see here, I've prepared some stuff that we're going to go through today, and I'm going to teach you guys. Don't worry, I'll guide you through every step of the way so you don't have to worry too much. Alright, let's get started. So firstly, let's just do a quick review of what HTML and CSS is. HTML is hypertext markup language, which is basically like the basics of the entire web development area, and CSS is the styling stuff. So for example, if you have a building, the base, the cement, is what HTML is about, and the painting and all the inner decorations, that's what CSS is about. So colors, sizes, fonts, and all those kind of stuff. So HTML runs on tags. So tags are things that are like this, where like, as you can see here, they have the greater than and lesser than symbol to identify what are tags. And all tags, almost all tags, have opening and closing tags, which means that if they've got, for example, if you've got a HTML tag here, then there will also be another HTML tag here, which is the closing tag. And this would be the opening tag. However, some tags do not have a closing tag, and we'll be looking at some examples later, but right now we don't have to worry too much about it. So here are some basic tags that we all need to know. I've highlighted them in a little bit of blue here. So this is something called doctype HTML, the HTML tag, the head, the body, the H1 tag, the P tag, and the BR tag. Don't worry, this may seem a bit foreign to you, but that's completely fine. So first, let me teach you guys what coding platform thing I'm using. So I'm using Visual Studio Code, which I'll just do a little quick recap on it. So Visual Studio Code is what I'm going to download. I've already downloaded it over here if you can see it, but if you guys want, if you're using a Mac, you can download respectively, or if you're using Linux, you can also download it over here. So once you've downloaded it, it's pretty simple. You just go over here. Next step would be to open your file explorer and to create it's to also create a we're going to create a folder. I've already created a folder called HTML web development. Right now there's nothing here, but if you guys want, I could also teach you how to create a folder. Just right click and create new, and you can just create a folder with whatever name that you'd like. So after doing this, you're going to go to your Visual Studio Code and you're going to click File, and you're going to open the folder. And after which, you're going to open whatever folder that you've saved it as. Right now, I've already have it as HTML web development, so let's get started with the actual coding part. Next, we're going to click New File. What it's doing is that it's creating a file into the folder that you've created. So right now, I'm just going to type in day 1 because it's day 1. And after that, I'm going to type .html. Now this is very important because this is making sure that it's a HTML file and not a CSS file or other types. So enter, and ta-da, it's created a new file in your HTML web development folder. And after this, we're gonna start with our basic coding. So first we're gonna add a tag like I mentioned. So the first tag that we're going to add is exclamation.type HTML. Note that this is a full tag, and this .type HTML tag does not have a closing tag, so don't look for it. Next, we're going to type in a HTML tag. Now you can see that Visual Studio Code already duplicates the tag for you, so opening and closing tag, so you don't have to type it in twice. We're going to enter between them, and we're going to create a head tag. Now don't worry if I'm going too fast because I'll explain all of what these are later. So we're going to add a title tag, and after the head we're going to add a body tag and a H1 tag. Alright, so what the doc type HTML is that it confirms that what whatever document or whatever file that this is, it's a HTML document because it says doc type. So the document type is HTML. And what this HTML tag does, that it does confirm that it's a HTML file. So you don't have to worry too much about that because it's pretty basic. And after that is the head tag. Now what the head tag does is that it's the head part of the web page that you're creating. So for example, the title is what it is. So I'll show you guys an example after this. So let's just type in something in between the two tags. Note that you always type in between the tags and not outside of the closing tag. It's always in between. And let's just type in day 1. Hi. We're just gonna type in something really random here because I have no creativity. And after that, we're gonna go and open this this file to go see the output in an actual web page. So we're gonna go back to File Explorer and we're gonna go to HTML Web Development, and surprise, you already see your day 1 over there. So we're gonna double click it, and right now you see nothing on your web page, but look, on the top of the web page where the tab name is, you can see that it says day 1 hi. So that's what the title does. The title creates a sort of name for the entire tab that has been opened for your web page. Next, we're gonna look at what the body is. The body is basically where the rest of your code happens. So right now I'm gonna teach you guys what a H1 tag does. A H1, let's go back here. A H1 is the header. It's the header tag. So what the header does is that it just creates a very simple header. So for example, a very simple header. So it's already in bold, so you don't have to do anything about it. And what it does is that H1 is like the one with H1 is the biggest header that you can get in HTML coding so far. And all the way to H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. H6 is the smallest header that you can get. Now note this is only for headers, but you can also, like, if you want to go for a p tag, which I'll explain later, that's only for p tag. So you can use that for the header. So right now we're gonna go. So I'm gonna teach you guys about all the way till H6. Note that not all coders use below H3 because then it will be really hard for you to see what the other headers look like. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna type hi in each one of the headers so that you guys can see how it looks like. Alright. Alright, I've typed in all my headers. Now let's go and check what's happening in our web page here. So before you see any changes, note that you always have to save whatever changes that you make. So you have to do Control S or Command S to save whatever that you've done. Also note that if you want to know whether you've saved it or not, over here it would say 1 unsaved, or there would be a white dot over here showing you that you haven't saved your file yet. So let's just go and check. And to check over here, you've always got to refresh your page. And look, there are different types of headers. They're in bold. They say the same thing because I typed in the same thing. But as you can see, you'd want your header to be the biggest font so that it's clear and it captures attention, not one that's really small all the way like H5 or H6. So that's basically about what a header does. It just creates a header. It's pretty easy. And if you guys are wondering why these tags are in the body tag, just note that tags can be inside another tag where they just create whatever it is in that specific tag. Don't worry if it's a bit confusing right now, but it won't be that confusing later. So right now we're gonna move on to the p tag. So what the p tag is, that a p tag stands for a paragraph tag. Now a paragraph tag can be almost anything. So I'll open an example. If we could just go to this, you could see all of this. This is technically a paragraph or a sentence. So this font is way different from what this is. So you can already tell that this was less important rather than this. So this is what we use in a p tag, so it's pretty simple. So let's just try it out. I'm just gonna say, hi, welcome to the world. Ha 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 ha. Okay, just gonna save that and we're gonna go check what it does. So let's go over here and ta-da! It's below the header, and yeah, it actually shows what HTML does is that it unbolds it rather than when it was a header, and it also lowers the font size. But don't worry, you can change the font size later when we're doing CSS later in the videos. So after this, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna learn about the BR tag. What the BR tag is, it's very simple, honestly. The BR tag is another tag. It's called a break tag. Remember when I said that some tags don't have a closing tag? The BR tag is one of them too. So I'm just gonna type in here as well. The BR tag is a break tag. A break tag is, for example, if you're gonna type in another p tag over here and say, hey, that is a great tag, or something like that. The BR tag will break. I'll show you guys what I mean. See, there's a break, there's a division between both p tags, but if we don't have the BR tag, if we delete the BR tag right now, we're gonna save and we're gonna check, it won't have that big of a difference. So it really depends on how much gap you want. The BR tag is really helpful when you want to separate two very, very different paragraphs from each other. So that's basically what the BR tag does. Let's just put it back there so that it's easier for you guys to see. Now, if you guys really don't mind, then we could move on to one more tag. It's not really a tag, it's a comment. So sometimes you want to write a comment for only you to understand. It won't be reflected in the code, in the output, but it will be in the code for you to understand. So to create a comment, you have to type in this symbol, the lesser than symbol, and an exclamation mark, and 2 hyphens. Ta-da, it already created a comment for you. It will turn green so you know that it's a comment. And right now you can type in, this is a comment. Normally, Normally what comments are for is that if you don't understand what's happening but you want to understand what's happening eventually, you can just type in, let's just say, normally a comment is for you to understand what you are doing, so that it's easier and it's simple. So let's just go check in the HTML file. You don't see that my comment is being displayed here. That's because only you can see it and the person looking at the code itself can see it. So basically that's all I wanted to cover for today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and I hope you learned lots of things from it. It may be a bit overwhelming at first, but it's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. And I'll just see you guys in day 2 part of this series. So see you, thank you, and bye!